This is the Southeast Idaho Weather Hazard Briefing for Saturday, April 27th, 2019. On the weather map this morning, we have a pretty strong cold front that is this morning that is located across Montana and northern Idaho. As we go into the late afternoon and evening hours, that cold front will be dropping into southeast Idaho. This is a pretty strong cold front, so we're looking at another round of pretty gusty winds today. But out ahead of that front, we're still expecting somewhat mild conditions with many areas reaching into the 60s for highs. This is looking at those potential wind gusts for this afternoon. You see still some pretty strong winds possible across portions of the Arco Desert, out by Idaho Falls, Pocatello, also extending up into the Salmon Chalice region as well. And for that reason, we do have a wind advisory that's in effect. It's shown here in brown. That is in effect for this afternoon and this evening. Now, we do expect the winds to die off for a time this evening, but as that cold front approaches, don't be surprised during the overnight hours if you don't hear the wind howl again for a couple hours during the overnight hours going into Sunday morning because of the strength of that cold front. On Sunday, we expect that cold front to be pushing through the region and going into Wyoming and Utah by that point. We are looking for noticeably cooler temperatures on Sunday. Fortunately, it looks like this is going to be a very dry front, so we're not expecting much precipitation today. On Sunday, might see some snow showers possible across portions of the high country, maybe over towards Island Park, maybe a stray snow shower up by the Stanley area. But it looks like it's going to be pretty dry for most of the weekend for most of us. Winds will be a little bit lighter on Sunday, but still looking for some gusts throughout the day. Wind gusts during on the day on Sunday, generally looking like they're going to be in the 20 to maybe 30 miles per hour, but that's probably pushing it. Looking at our overnight lows going Sunday night into Monday, because we know we have some agricultural interest starting to develop across central and eastern Idaho. We are looking for below freezing temperatures across much of the region. So if you have any outdoor plants going right now, watch those temperatures going into Monday morning because it's going to be very, very cold, it looks like, across much of the region. So we're going to turn our attention real quickly here going into rivers, and we're expecting cooler temperatures for the first half of next week, which should slow down the snowmelt and potentially slow down the flows across many of our creeks and streams. Generally speaking here, where you see yellow, greens, and blues here on this map, that's where our rivers are behaving themselves and are within their banks. Where you start seeing these yellows, that's where we have high flows going on. And then when we have the oranges, that's where we have rivers that are in flood at the moment. So just going to pick on a few of these rivers. This is looking at the Willow Creek, generally east of Idaho Falls. You see that's above minor flood stage. Then looking at the Blackfoot River, this is above the Blackfoot Reservoir before it heads into Blackfoot Reservoir, and that's currently in minor flood stage as well. The Portneuf River at Pocatello is currently at minor flood stage and is forecast to stay in flood stage for the next few days. And then finally, this is looking at the Big Wood River at Haley, and it is in action stage. There is some minor flooding going on right along the banks of the river there in the Haley area, but it's forecast to kind of stay right around those levels for the next several days. If you want more information on rivers in your area, suggest you go to weather.gov/Pocatello, and you can just click on where it says rivers and lakes, and you can get this same graphic for you, and you can check out those rivers and streams in your area. So that concludes today's briefing, and if you have any questions or comments, please let us know. Thank you.